G'day folks! Today I'm just going to do something a little bit different, and it is going to be about the upcoming Hero 6 cameras. So this video is just going to be more of a talking video, and I'm going to go over some of the improvements and features I'm hoping to see in the Hero 6. Now, if history repeats itself, we are a few weeks away from a GoPro media event where they'll introduce the new lineup of cameras, and a few weeks later, general release to the public. So I thought I'd just like to go over some of the things I'm hoping to see in the new lineup. So we'll start with the Hero 5. Now, overall, I'm actually really happy with it. I have got a lot of use out of this one, and as you can see, it bears a lot of battle scars, and it has earned every one. This thing is really durable. You would not believe what this thing has been through, and I have never had a problem with it. It's even burned there. Don't ask how that happened. So when it comes to the durability of the Hero 5s, I'm very pleased. The form factor, I'm very pleased, and I hope that the Hero 6s are just as durable. Now, the biggest thing I'm pretty sure that most people hope to be improved with the Hero 6 is the audio. Obviously, there are some problems with the audio on the Hero 5 Black, and even a little bit with the Hero 5 Session. So GoPro would have to be silly not to address that with the Hero 6, because I think that was probably one of the most common complaints, especially when you had the door off and you were going to be mounting it with the Karma grip or different things like that. It sounded very muffled. So hopefully we're going to see an improvement with that with the upcoming cameras. So that goes to the next thing on my wish list. This is the adapter to plug in an external microphone, and it is required when using it with the Hero 5 Black or the Session. And I really dislike it because, you know, this is supposed to be a compact, small camera, easy to mount, different things, but sometimes you want good audio and you want an external microphone, and now you have to mount this thing, and you've got all this extra bulk, and $50 for this thing, which to me is a little overpriced. And to me, it's just really unnecessary. The technology that's in here can be built into here. And I'm hoping that we see maybe with a Hero 6 release, a connection where we can plug in a USB-C microphone directly into it, avoiding this and reducing some bulk. Now that goes on to my next point. This is the Remo remote, and I love it. I've been using this thing quite a bit. What I would like to see for this next generation of Heroes is this to be a wireless Bluetooth microphone that will automatically just connect with the Hero. There already are microphones in this, and it's used for voice command, so why not improve them a little bit and have it as a wireless microphone? How nice would that be? You could just pin this to your lapel and have a microphone attached to you. The technology is available to do it. I hope GoPro takes some initiative and improves the Remo and makes it a wireless microphone. That would be awesome in my books, and that would be something I would definitely be interested in purchasing. So let's go back to form factor again. The Session is a very small camera, so is the Hero 5 Black. I would like to see the Session a little smaller. You know, Nick Woodman has talked about the GoPro that you can't see. They've used that in their marketing in the past. The best camera is the one that you don't see. So having this a little bit smaller would be even nicer, especially for a person who likes to mount them to a helmet or different things like that. The smaller the better. It's a nice small camera, but by the time you get the mount on there and the frame and everything, it's still kind of bulky. Hero 5 Black, I don't know if I'd want to see it too much smaller, because the smaller they are, the harder they are to use, especially when there's a touch screen. This one doesn't have a touch screen, so it wouldn't really affect it that much, but it'd be very difficult to change settings in that if this got too much smaller. Now, one feature I would personally love to see on the Hero is a motion sensor. Sometimes I film birds in my backyard at the bird feeder, and I'm sitting there with my remote, wait until something lands, and that can be an all-day thing. It'd be nice if there was a little motion detector that you could set the sensitivity, have this mounted where you want, and have it record when it detects a motion. That would be really nice. Probably not a very common feature that people would use, so I doubt we'll see that, but I would definitely like that. Now, for those of us, I can't really show you here, but here's the Karma drone. For those of us who own it, I definitely hope that they make it compatible with the Hero 6. And not only compatible, but compatible on release date. That means they actually have a harness ready to go that's for sale the day that you get the Hero 6s, because, they talked about a harness for the Session, which is yet to be released. And I hope that doesn't take as long to get one out for the Hero 6 if they make it compatible. Because, I'm sure there's going to be many who upgrade their cameras and they want to get it up in the air right away without having to wait a couple months. So definitely very important to me. Hopefully they'll make the Hero 6s compatible and on release day. Now, going back to the Karma and the Hero 6, what I would like to see, which they could maybe do, maybe not do, is maybe a little sensor in here. One of the biggest complaints about the Karma is that it has no front-facing sensor or side-facing sensors for collision. One way they could solve that is by having some sensors embedded into the Hero 6. So with sensors on the camera, updated firmware for the Karma, it could maybe possibly detect collisions flying forward, which is the most important. So that would be kind of nice, for those of us who own the original Karma. I don't know if they're going to be releasing or announcing a new Karma with in the media event, but if they don't, if they're going to stick with what they got, some sensors in the camera would actually be very nice to prevent collision. And I wouldn't be surprised if they do introduce a Karma 2, just because the drone market is very competitive. DJI right now kind of has the market, and if GoPro does want to continue in the drone market, they really need to maybe release a new one with some new features, stuff that is pretty important, like follow me, different active modes, and definitely some sensors on it. So back to the Hero 6 and the Hero Session. I would like to see improvement on the stabilization. The stabilization on the Hero is not bad, but it's not great. Even my iPhone has better stabilization. So, right now they're doing the stabilization in software. Maybe they can add an optical stabilizer to it. Just to help smooth it out that little bit more would be really nice. And even for the Session. And like any device, hopefully the battery gets improved a little bit. I can't really complain about the battery. I figure, for what I do, I get lots of usage out of it, and haven't run into too many problems where I found it aggravating. But, a bigger battery is always appreciated. And not only that, one thing I did really dislike that changed from the Hero 4 lineup is the ability to add external batteries, and then have them in a casing, so you have an external backpack battery that's waterproof. You can, especially if you're a diver, can't really change your batteries underwater. So it'd be nice if they somehow came up with a solution that allows for external batteries but still maintains its waterproof ability. Now lastly, I think the feature that I would like to see added is higher frame rates. I'm happy with the 4K quality. I'm happy with the quality of the video in general. Some higher frame rates would be nice because it would allow it to do some more cool slow motion effects. So, upping the frame rate for all the different resolutions would be really nice. I'm not too much of a fan of them bumping up the resolution. I think 4K is plenty. Now, if they do go up to 5.2K, similar to that, the new Fusion camera, which is GoPro's new 360 camera that's going to be coming out this fall as well, that's all right. I think 5.2 is still doable. Now, lastly, I just want to touch base is that a product that doesn't exist that I would like to see, and that is maybe a mainstream GoPro camera. Now, a lot of people say, no, GoPro is an action camera, and that's what they should stay. But, other companies in the past have changed strategies, and it's been very successful for them. GoPro's been struggling lately with the not really invention, but the advancement of cell phones. The cameras on cell phones are quite amazing, and quite often sometimes better than even with the GoPro. And, everybody has one in their pocket. It's hard for people to justify spending, $400, $500, $600 on cameras that when they can just pull out their cell phone. So I think a mainstream camera is something that people would like. Even for myself, when I bought my first GoPro, I was a little hesitant because I just viewed them as a helmet cam. That's all they were for. So breaking through that the average Joe might buy a camera for family vacations, might be beneficial to GoPro, and still stay within their action camera theme, and but just have a new product that people might be more apt to buy than just what they would consider a helmet cam. With that, they could have a bigger screen on the back, thinner, maybe maybe a lens more suited for everyday usage, but was still a nice wide angle on it. So that's one option I think GoPro could maybe play with. They do have their Fusion camera coming out, but it's probably going to be a little pricey and not for everybody. I think 360 video, as it is right now, is more gimmicky. It's not really useful for a lot of things unless you're a skydiver or swimming with sharks, but the reality is most people don't live that kind of life, and so you're kind of limited to what you can do with 360. Now with the GoPro one, they believe that the software editing part of it is what's going to make theirs stand out, where you can edit a linear video out of a 360 video, which would be actually very cool. It's like having a whole bunch of different GoPros from different angles that you can edit into one linear video. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully you found this video informative and interesting if you're maybe wondering what's going to be coming with the Hero 6 as well. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel because we're going to have a ton of videos featuring the Hero 6, including an unboxing on release day, and we're going to go over all the new features. We're going to do a lot of comparisons, side-by-sides, different things, so you know if it's something that you would like to upgrade to, if it's worthwhile to spend that money to go from a Hero 5 to a Hero 6. Considering the Hero 5s are actually a really good camera, you have to make the Hero 6s pretty impressive to draw people over to them. So thanks for watching. Hit the like button, and we'll see you in the next one.